So guys, it's been a fucking minute, alright? Been a minute since I recorded, been a minute since I uploaded, been a minute since it all, you know what I mean? And, I can make some baloney up and be like, oh, my allergies are killing me, or I was sick, or whatever. Okay, I was sick. Okay, number one. My allergies were killing me. I didn't lift. Today is April 23rd, I believe. And I will be honest, my allergies, and I was kind of sick. So this weekend, I didn't lift or nothing. But, let's be honest. I was slacking. I was being a fucking slacker, guys. I'll be the first to fucking admit it. You know what I mean? So I'm coming to you a humbled man, and I apologize for my lack of uploads and all that. You know. So let's get into it. You know. I went to a show with my boys the other day, and it was fucking tight. It was at a vape shop, which was very interesting. You know what I mean? I got a pair of cowboy boots. They're my new work boots, so it might actually be in here. They are here somewhere. I'm sure of that. I just don't know. Whatever, right? So we got some new cowboy boots, and I love them. I'm a cowboy boot guy now. I'm wearing my Chucks right now, though. But let's talk about something else. You know. Let's talk about consistency or discipline. You know, right now I've obviously been lackluster in my uploads, which who's to blame but myself? You know, I'd be driving sometimes and be like, damn, I haven't fucking recorded a couple days, and I wouldn't set up the camera. Even right now, I was like, I gotta record. Like, I fucked up. I should have recorded earlier when I was driving to meet up with my friend. We went to this new gym. It was tight. I got a membership. But, you know, it's like I almost didn't even record even though I know I should. You know? I feel like a lot of times people, they know what they should do. You know, I think I talked about it in one of my last videos I uploaded, but it was an African-American gentleman named Scar who does content I really enjoy. But he was talking about there's nothing more dangerous than an ambitious, lazy man. You know what I mean? Because I have the ambition. You know, I want to do videos like these. I want to up the content and do like gym lifting content and, you know, like some artist type shit and more like car videos like this. But I lack the motivation. You know, I got the trail, I got the path set up, and I just don't commit. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's one of my biggest problems. So right now I'm calling myself out, you know? I see what I got to do. I know what I got to do. And here I am fucking twiddling my fucking dick over not wanting to set up the video, or, oh, I don't want to edit it later. Who cares? Do it. Who cares? Like, what? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? You know? So I gotta put my fucking foot down and actually lock in and do some of this shit, because I'm fucking slacking, dude. You know what I mean? Let's talk about something else. So me and my buddy Brandon, we're gonna start doing gym kind of content. I don't know if it's gonna be like a shared YouTube or a his YouTube type thing, but we're gonna start doing that. And then we're gonna start recording our little podcast interview thing. We're gonna start doing that again, which I am excited for. We got a lot of things in the works that I'm very excited for, and I feel like it helps me. But when there's another person that kind of depends on you, or they kind of depend on you, or another person to depend on / depend on you, I feel like it's easier to lock in like that method, you know? Because when it's just you, it's, oh, who cares if I just let myself down? You know, when you got a buddy who's as equally ambitious as you, it makes it easier for you, because it's like, fuck, he needs me and I need him. It's like, you know what I mean? So, You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But let's talk about another topic. Who you spend your time with. You know what I mean? So, there's a great quote I love. I think it's from the Bible, I'll be honest, but I'm not sure. And it goes, iron sharpens iron like a friend sharpens a friend. So you should be surrounding yourself with other equally ambitious people as you, and people who want to accomplish similar goals or to get from one place to another, you know? Surround yourself with people who want more from life, you know? We live on this big blue marble, you know, and it is fucking beautiful, you know? So why should the guy not even listening to this, why should they be stuck in a cubicle their whole life? When they've had dreams and everything, why should they be stuck in a cubicle? You know? Why should they be stuck in a cubicle working 50 weeks out of the 52 we get in a year for the whole 70 years of their life, and they get 2 weeks off if they're lucky, if they put in enough time, if they can even get off the work? Why should that be? You know, this system we have set up, you know what I mean? You go to work for 40 hours a week. You know, that's what I'm doing at least. 40 hours a week. So you got to be up at 5, do all your morning stuff, to get to work at 6, to work 8 hours, to get off at 3, or later, or earlier. We're just going to use my schedule. You get off at 3. All right, what else you got to do? You got to lift, if you lift. You got to lift, you got to get your lift in. That's at least an hour right there. So by the time you get home, it's already fucking 5:30, 6 o'clock. All right, well, let's say I do jujitsu, for example. So that's another almost 2 hours right there. Bang. The next thing I know, it's fucking 10 o'clock, bud. You know what I mean? 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock. You still got to eat that dinner meal. You got to shower because you fucking stink. You've been out all day. You've been doing shit. Like, so let's say you do that every day. Wait, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? You're just supposed to be happy, and I get it. You know what I mean? Be grateful. Appreciate that you can do such a schedule and fit all the things in and have time to do extracurricular activities. I'm not dissing that. You know what I mean? I'm grateful that I'm in a position I'm in to go to different gyms, and I have the friends I have. You know, I love my friends to fucking death. You know what I mean? But at the same time, routine is not a bad thing. But a routine sucks. You know what I mean? I love my routine, but at the same time, it sucks. I get up in the morning, I'm like, I got this, and this. Oh, what did I do last week? That, and that. What am I going to do this week? Or next week? That's it, that. All right, nothing wrong with that. You know, I love my routine. I love everything. I sound very ungrateful. I'm not ungrateful. I'm very grateful. But at the same time, spice it up. You know what I mean? Let me go fucking shake some ass on a stripper. You know what I mean? Just something different. And I have the opportunity and I have the capabilities to do that. Not the ass, but you know, I can do that, and I'm very grateful I can. But at the same time, there's people who can't. Why can't they? You know what I mean? I feel like life is an opportunity, you know, and there's the whole theory of you live your life over and over and over and over until you get it right. Well, what's right? You know what I mean? Is it right to someone else's standards, or is it right to your standards? Are you living your life the way you'd want to live it when you were a child? Are you doing the shit that you'd want to do when you're 50 years old? You know what I mean? Am I going to be doing this routine for the next fucking 20 years? Do I want that? I don't know. You know what I mean? You got to lock in and figure out what you want. You know, most people, they think, oh, I know myself. I don't. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. A lot of rambling, guys, but it's been a fucking minute since I did a talk. So I'm glad I got that all out. You know what I mean? I've been listening to the song Keep It Real by Milkbone. Milkbone's very good. I like it. But you know, some shit to ponder on, some shit to think about. You know, people don't think as much anymore. You know, they're all doom scrolling and brain rotting. And we need more thinkers. You know, fuck the Rockefellers. They set up the school systems where you're not supposed to think, you're just supposed to sit in a cube and do what you need to do. We need more thinkers. You know, I'm putting that out there right now. So, keep it busy. You know, today was better than yesterday. Tomorrow will be better than today. Hit your protein, do your cardio, shower up, because some of you motherfuckers reek. And love every day, love every minute. There's nothing wrong with life, and you can change anything in your life. You know, change the deck of cards that you were dealt with. Fuck 'em. So, hopefully all of my shit made sense, and I hope you guys all had a great little break, because I had a good one. But I love you guys. Alright? So, we're going to end this here. Have a good night.